Today on Cinder's Playground, Jose and I will discuss our favorite movie trilogies. So definitely stay tuned. Hello, and welcome to another edition of Cinder's Playground. I am, of course, your host, Cinder.
And I'm Jose.
And today we are talking about our favorite movie trilogies. So I am a fan of film. Good film, I should say. And and then I think it's very, very hard to make three good films in a row. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, most movies, trilogies, or continuations kind of fall flat after maybe one or two, so to make all three good, or at least good to great, is a tremendous feat, I think, and of course, we're gonna tell you our favorite trilogies and stuff like that, and tell you why we like them and some other stats and stuff like that. But without further ado, we're gonna jump into it. Jose, my co-host, you're gonna go first. You're gonna tell me yours, going from 5 to 1, and I am ready. So, sir, you have the floor.
You ready to be disappointed? No.
I don't know.
Well, there's my list. So this is from
your perspective.
My perspective, yeah. So we're gonna kick things off with Spider-Man.
Which one?
The one with Tobey Maguire.
Okay, so the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
He directed all three.
Mm-hmm.
It came out the year 2002, 2004, and 2007. The thing I like about the movie is, with the exception of the third one, I think the third one kind of is where you lost people a little bit, but
Agreed.
It was the first time you saw, like, I think that was the first time I saw like a superhero film that was like, wow, like they nailed it. Like I felt like, with like Batman and stuff, like it's not as hard to do as doing a web slinging person, at the time. And I like the cast, and it just, I don't know, I felt really good like watching that movie. And the details.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like that. I mean, I probably said this before, but that initial first Spider-Man movie kind of saved Marvel, because like I said, this is after like the comic book crash and everything like that, and people weren't really buying comics or anything. But that movie kind of rejuvenated people's interest in comics and in Spider-Man in general, and from that point on, he's just been like the flagship character of Marvel, pretty much. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah, whenever you see Spider-Man, it's like, it's like something always new, or something like awing about it. Like, even in the latest introduction, like in Captain America versus Winter Soldier, when Spider-Man came out, it was like, oh shit. Like, they introduced other characters at that time, but to see Spider-Man, it was like, wow. Like,
I will never forget, like, I think it's when well, whatever came out before Civil War, and when I went to go see that, and then we saw that trailer for Civil War, and then we saw Spider-Man grab Cap's shield. I just lost my shit. Did you?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god!
It was like one of those moments in theaters where you know everyone talks about Endgame when they came out of the portals and stuff. It was like one of those that happened. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I said, that whole Infinity Saga, like I said, won't be duplicated. Like the anticipation and excitement for each film, one after the other, man. And then just getting hyped from a trailer. Like I said, so like I said, that Civil War trailer probably is like the one of my favorite trailers like ever, like that, and of course like Infinity War, and Endgame. But no, those three trailers, man, are so dope, man. And just like, oh yeah, But like I said, we're talking about the wrong one. No, Toby Spider-Man, yeah, it's great. It's awesome, and then I think Sam captured everything we like about Spider-Man and everything in the comics. I feel especially in that first one.
Yeah, I liked how the details. Like he went from being scrawny to like the next day being jacked up, like not crazy jacked up, but like the build on it was perfect. Like the way he was able to scale buildings, like you see the details of like the little hairs coming out of his skin.
Yeah.
You see him like that scene where he's catching all the food in the platter.
Yeah.
That was real, right?
What do you mean?
That wasn't CGI. Like they shot that scene like 1,000 times.
Really? For him to just catch everything? That's awesome.
And he did that he did it without any like help.
Damn. That's ridiculous, man. So terrific.
Yeah. So like that. What else? Like even the web shooting.
Let me ask you about that. I was gonna ask you about that. Like that. So where are you on the fact that his webs are organic and he didn't make actual web shooters?
That's how it's supposed to be. I feel like.
Really? Because he makes web shooters in the comics.
Yeah. Right? But I don't know. I feel like it's supposed to be like that. Like if you because if it wasn't for the webs, like Spider-Man is just like pretty much somebody who could just
stick to
super
walls,
strong and stick to walls. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like web should be part of his
actual power.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like it'd be cool if they could keep it where the webs are organic from him, but like how he always changes like cartridges, maybe and sometimes to do like the electric webs, like he'll need to do that for that maybe or something along those lines. But I like that for me. I feel like it should be coming out of him
so organically.
Yeah,
organically. Yeah,
I mean, why you feel differently?
I mean, at first, I think because I'm a purist, so I was like, he should have built the web shooters. But now, looking back on it, I was like, yeah, I think it kind of fits. I know that Spider-Man.
I mean, it also does add like a little bit of like vulnerability when he runs out of it. So like, I guess that's good for like
suspense
and stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like. I mean, there was a time where he ran out of webs, right? Even Toby ran out of webs or something, right? Something was wrong with him.
Yeah, I forgot which movie that was, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, they can still do something along the lines where
he's in jeopardy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it, man. So, all right. So number 5 is Spider-Man. Toby.
Right.
Okay, number 4.
Number 4, Star Wars 4 through 6.
Oh, so the original trilogy.
The original trilogy.
Wow.
A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. All done by George Lucas. A New Hope coming out 1977. Empire Strikes Back coming out at 80, and Return of the Jedi at 83. Um, it was hard to pick the spots on all these, except for the Tobey Maguire one, just because I feel differently about the third film. Like that third film wasn't like
Great.
the best of the best, but like with the rest of these on the list, like
you liked each one.
It's hard for me to like decipher which out of the three I like, more or better. 4, 5, and 6. The reason why I chose it under 4, it's more because like I saw it on my own pace, so like I didn't really get to like connect with anybody on how I liked it or like things about it. So it was kind of in a weird spot for me because I saw it after like the hype was done and stuff like that. So maybe that's why I felt a little bit less attached to it. Not that it's not a great movie trilogy or anything, but I feel like if I would have been around in the 70s and stuff and been able to like really capture it, probably would be closer to home with me. Yeah. But like I said, like it's one of the best trilogies ever. Like everyone knows about Star Wars. It's like a global phenomenon.
Still, yep.
And thanks to George Lucas, he created a whole universe.
Yeah, yep, there's a universe. So. Okay, like I said, I don't want to talk too much on it because obviously it's on my list. but yeah, okay. Next.
All right, number 3. Shooting it back to Spider-Man. Tom Holland.
Okay.
Not that I don't like the one with Andrew Garfield, because I feel like Andrew Garfield is definitely
dealing me too.
Yeah, so like I like Andrew Garfield too, but Tom Holland, the 3 trilogies I think are like pretty amazing. I think that's out of all the Marvel trilogies that have come out, I feel like that is the top. The way it's written, especially with the third one incorporating all the other 2 Spider-Man. And I like how the story's actually written. Like the story makes sense. They pick on villains that haven't been brought to the big screen before, like that, like Vulture, Mysterio, and then even reintroducing Green Goblin again, like, but in a totally different way and more menacing and more crazy. Like I feel like everything that was laid out in those films were just, for me, top tier. Like I'm like, wow, they really spent time writing this out really well and making it realistic, in my opinion.
No, I agree. Like I said, it's definitely no, they're definitely good. They're definitely good, for sure. Again, on my list, so I'm not gonna say too much.
All
right.
Next, number 2. Star Wars, the original, not the prequel.
The prequels 1, 2, and 3.
Phantom Menace, coming out in 1999. Attack of the Clones, 2002, and Revenge of the Sith, 2000.
Wow, number 2. Wow.
Yeah. George Lucas. So this did come out when I was older and I was able to like really talk about it. Well, the first one wasn't really like too crazy. I couldn't, but like when I get into episode 2 and 3, that's when more people like came out liking Star Wars and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's so awesome how the 3 movie they were able to connect it to the original trilogy, and that made, like, that's brilliant, like really brilliant. I love the characters. I like how you see character progression through the three films. Um, I was at first I was confused between, was it 1 and 2
What?
or 2 and 3 with Anakin, like the age change.
Oh no, I was 1 and 2 because he was a boy in episode 1, and then Hayden took on episode 2 and 3.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like in 2 and 3 I got a little confused because I was like still a little kid,
Mm-hmm.
but I watch it now and it's like, yo, this is a masterpiece. I don't think I would want to change anything in that. I mean, the only thing I would want to change is some more screen time for Samuel Jackson, and I wish he would have stabbed the counselor a couple times. At least like give him a better fight. But other than that, I wouldn't want to change anything.
I mean, I would take out Jar Jar. That's just me.
Did you hear the rumors that he's
Oh, they were gonna make him Dark Jar Jar.
Yeah.
All that, yeah. I mean, I don't even know if that would have saved it for me.
That didn't bother me too much.
You know,
I don't play too much into.
I just would have.
I know he was annoying and he always did some stupid shit, but
yeah.
for me, it's alright.
I mean, you really don't need him for comedy relief. That's what C-3PO is there for. Comedy relief. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, I thought he was an unnecessary and wasteful character. Didn't need it or anything like that. I like it because it tells Anakin's story. That's the meat and potatoes of this.
Yeah.
It tells his story. Why he went from the chosen one to becoming Darth Vader. So that's why I love this trilogy. Because he was my favorite character in the film, as I mentioned many, many, many times. And
I mean, he's still the chosen one. He did kill Palpatine.
Yeah, like I said. I mean, yeah, because all came back around.
Yeah.
Because the prophecy was true. It just took a little while to get there.
And a lot of death.
And a lot of death and everything like that. But to see his story, because like I always say this, like, villains aren't born, they're made. You know what I mean? So it always takes something to turn somebody, from a good person to a bad person. And that's why, like I said, he's my favorite character, bro. Like, I love him so much, man. And it just and I'll tell you how many times I've seen Revenge of the Sith in the theater. Like I said, just to see the birth of Darth Vader, man. Like I said, that ending scene alone, just him coming up from like the operating table, and everything else.
Yeah, that was like,
and I mean, that's peak for me. That's peak for me, bro. And everything like that. So no,
I was like, that for me, that was like the that meme going around with the monkey going, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh no! Look what they did!"
Oh yeah, like I said, it just. Yeah, I really like this trilogy, man. Like I said, because it's centered around my favorite character. So, love the prequels. They're awesome and everything like that. And yeah, that's all I have to say about it. So, you can go on. So, I already know what your number one is now.
Do you?
I do now.
What is it? Let me hear
it. I already know what is it. Since you haven't said it yet, so I'm just like, oh well, I know what it is now.
What is it? Let me hear it.
It's a Dark Knight trilogy.
What? Oh my god! I didn't even put it on this list.
Yeah, whatever.
Nah, I'm kidding. Of course, number one is the Dark Knight trilogy, starting off with Batman Begins, year 2005, The Dark Knight 2008, and The Dark Knight Rises 2012, all directed by the genius Christopher Nolan. Well, what can't we say about this trilogy? This is one of those movies I've seen countless amount of times.
Which one have you seen the most?
Probably. That's tough.
The
I'm gonna say probably the second one.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Me too. I've seen The Dark Knight more times, I think, than the other two.
Yeah.
I probably saw Begins the least, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I still like it.
No, I love
no,
Begins.
yeah, I get it because Begins is really long,
Yeah.
and it's long, and then it kind of takes a while, but you have to really love the character for you to like want to watch it and be like, yeah, I can watch this again.
Yeah.
But I honestly try to watch it. Like if I'm gonna watch it, I like to watch like
watch them in order.
All three.
Yeah.
Very rarely I'll just like be like, oh, let me just
watch The Dark
one
Knight.
of them. Yeah.
You know? I mean, I've done that. Just watch The Dark Knight, but that's the only one I've done that to.
Yeah. No, I think I've done that for the third one too.
Yeah, Rises.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the story on that one too, but yeah. I mean, what else can I say about it? I just like everything, like the technology on there, the perfect casting.
The fact that he grounded in reality.
Yeah.
So it's not so far fetched. I'm like, yeah, that'll never happen.
Yeah. It's literally like all of it is like I said, it's so like realistic.
Well, Batman is a street level kind of hero if you think about it.
Yeah.
Even though he goes against like, you know, Apocalypse and not Apocalypse, but Darkseid and people like that, but that's because he's a part of a team, a bigger team, that has superpowered beings and stuff like that. But for his own, I guess, bubble that is Gotham, you know, he's a street level superhero.
Yeah, know? Exactly. Yeah. No, but that's why I kind of mentioned that whole like when I was talking about the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why I felt like it brought comic book movies leaps and bounds, because it's like, oh wow, it's not like regular street level stuff. It's like slinging through walls. But yeah, I don't know, like the story behind it is pretty good. I want to watch it right now, actually. just talking about it.
Would you say it's the greatest superhero trilogy?
Yeah, that's why I have it like that was my easiest one to pick.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, I can't argue with it. I can't put anything other.
It's just like it's like perfect trilogy, and like of course I would love to see more, but it's like so perfect. Like you kind of don't want it to be ruined by another one.
No,
because it's such a thin line. Like, you know, we brought that up in the opening. It's like it's hard to replicate how good a movie is, because people try to overdo things after a while. Like, how can we make it better than the first one or the second one? And sometimes it's as simple as don't change anything. Like leave it how it is, but just make a different story and that you can add and grow to it. And I feel like that's what he did. Like, yeah, there's some upgrades here and there, but for the most part, the character stayed who the character was, and the threat got bigger as time went through, but like it wasn't like overdone. It was perfect.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I agree. Like I said, I'm sitting here trying to wreck my head of what is the best movie superhero trilogy. I just like, I really can't come up with anything. You know, this is like this is it, man. Like I said, and I don't think. Yeah, there probably won't be another Batman as good as, you know, Christian.
Yeah, no, he killed it. He's a crazy good actor.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so
that's my list.
I am not surprised that you're number one. You know, but the fact you put the peak rules so high intrigues me.
For Star Wars?
Yeah.
Well, I told you why.
I know.
Star Wars 1 through 3, I was actually able to see.
You were there for the hype and everything.
Yeah, I felt it.
Yeah.
I was able to go to the movies and watch it in the movies. I was
Mm.
able to
Mm.
like be as like amazed at alongside everyone. Like when I first saw 4, 5, and 6, it was like, this is great. I want to talk to somebody about it. But it's like, you know, there wasn't internet like that nowadays, and like, you know, it was just like, wow, like you keep it to yourself. I feel like it's so much better when you get to talk about it with people, and you know, the toys are out at that time and stuff like that. By the time I saw it and everything, it was already like had died down already, and I really got to see 1 through 3 as high as it was, you know. Like I saw everything, the toys come out, the merchandise, people talking about it,
people waiting on lines.
I'm like, oh, everybody likes Star Wars. I thought like no one. I thought I just saw this and ran into something good.
You thought it
like,
faded out, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, this is awesome.
No, we were waiting. We were waiting for Star Wars, man.
And I'm kind of glad I saw it at that time, because had I been able to see 4, 5, and 6 and waited like how many years out was it, like 20 years?
Yeah.
Like I would have been losing it. I would have been like, what the fuck?
It's like, why is there new Star Wars?
Well,
right?
that brings up to nowadays. Like you still want to see a good Star Wars trilogy, but you know we
haven't had that
down, so it sucks. But
yeah,
hey, at least we got 1 through 6.
Yes, we have 1 through 6. All right, so now we're gonna do Cinders. Favorite movie trilogies, and of course I have some honorable mentions. I'm just gonna touch on these guys real quick. I have 4, and then I'm gonna go into my main top 5. So, for my honorable mentions, I have the Bourne trilogy, because I like those movies, and Matt Damon's awesome, and I like spy shit too. Like I said, Bourne, James Bond, you know, that shit I love, you know, and I thought this was real gritty and just like dirty, the Bourne trilogy. Like I said, and I have them on Blu-ray, like the entire trilogy. So I wanted to mention that. Also, I have the Jersey trilogy, even though I don't like him now, but there was a time where I was a fan of Kevin Smith, and then we had Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy. You know, like I said, all 3 good films still, even though he's a Hollywood sellout now. But like I said, his first 3 films, you know, good. I've watched them many, 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 many times over, you know, and they're still giving me a chuckle. So, like I said, the Jersey trilogy. Next, I have Tobey Spider-Man. Your trilogy. Yeah, Meg, but that 3rd one drags it down.
I don't blame you. I got it.
That 3rd one drags it down, man. Like I said, if that 3rd one was good, it would have been in the top 5. But nah, man, that 3rd one drags it down, man. Like I said, great trilogy, and then just open the door for superhero movies, as we mentioned before. Even though Blade did come out before this, I just want to point that out.
Yeah, no, I remember Blade. I saw Blade.
Blade did come out before this, man. But Spider-Man kind of just blew up, though, like the superhero movie thing, you know. Yeah, like I said, Toby was awesome. Casting was awesome. Sam was great. Sam Raimi, director, you know, awesome. So just good stuff. So definitely had to mention that. And then last from honorables is the prequels.
What?
Yeah. As much as I love Vader and the you know, storytelling of him becoming Vader, like I said, not everything in those movies are good. You know.
What, Jar Jar Binks?
Yeah, that's one. That's one.
What else? I don't know.
What is it? Oh, it's not like. I mean, I would like to see Maul had a bigger role. That would have been nice.
Not killed off
right
away.
That would have been nice. He's a cool character, and obviously he's cool because he's lasted this long. People are fans of his. So, like I said, he kind of dropped the ball. Just like I want to say in the original trilogy, he dropped the ball with Boba Fett, because Boba Fett is popular, even though he's not in the original trilogy that much. You know? But still, he's ultra popular. So yeah, and of course, I don't know. Like I said, it's not. I feel like I like the core story, but there's so other stuff around it that I don't like. You know. So yeah, those are my 4 honorable mentions. Now going to the top 5. Going 5. I'm going Tom Holland Spider Man. This is my number 5.
Well, okay.
Well, you said Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Like I said, all directed by John Watts, which you didn't mention.
I did. Oh, I have it written down, but I didn't.
Who did a good job. Even though, like, the second one is probably my least favorite, as I mentioned to you before. But 1 and No Way Home, especially No Way Home, man.
Yeah.
I mean, oh damn, that is so good. That might be my favorite Spider-Man movie, like overall.
Yeah, 100%. I don't have to think about it.
Like I said, just so good, man. Like I said, I mean, we both know they're making another one, but I mean, I would just leave it, man. I'm like, that was so good. You know, but of course,
I want to see what he does. No, I want to see.
Let's see where they go.
Yeah.
Let's see where they
Everyone literally forgot who he is. So
Mhm. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm gonna see where they go with it. You know, like I said, I mean, I would like it. I mean, this is what I would do. This personally, like I said, I mean, since we did that in No Way Home, I would just bring Venom and Spider-Man together now. At this point, just interlock them.
Well, I think they're gonna do that. I don't know. We'll see.
You know, well, yeah, I don't know,
tuned.
but I don't know if they're gonna do it with this one. They might wait. You know, because we have a third Venom movie coming this year, so I don't know if that's gonna lead into Spider-Man or whatever. So we'll see. But yeah, that one. You know, Tom Holland Spider-Man, and Tom Holland's great as Peter. You know, even though I like Toby, but I don't know, I think Tom fits the mold better. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense, you know. So yeah, like I said, you know, like I said, just real quick though, like Far From Home and No Way Home both did over $1 billion in the box office. You know, you know, that's how like popular Spider-Man is. You know, at least Marvel Spider-Man. I just want to mention that. Okay, number 4, I got. What do I got? Number 4. Oh, number 4, I have the Matrix trilogy. I have as number 4.
Oh. Okay.
Like I said, man.
Isn't there 4 of those films?
Yeah, Resurrection though. Nobody really counts
that. I asked you if because my list probably would have been a little bit different.
Nobody counts Resurrection, bro. Like I said.
Wow.
You know,
could have added John Wick in there. Yeah, I could have had John Wick in there.
I mean, well, no, those 4 go together though. Like I said, it's continuing story. You know, but nah, but when people talk about the Matrix, talk about the first 3. Let's be honest. You know, the last movie was trash, and this might be a little controversial because I don't know if you know this, but the Wachowski brothers, who did 1, 2, and 3, you know, they're women now, right?
Yeah. I think you mentioned them in one of the episodes.
Yeah, they're women now. You know, so I list them as still, because when they did this, they were still men. So as the Wachowski brothers, Matrix 1999.
What do they go through as now? Sisters?
Yeah, the Wachowski sisters. I forgot their names because I forgot their first names, but they kind of just made the female versions of their regular male names. You know. So original Matrix had a budget of $63 million, and it made $468 million worldwide. Reloaded came out in 2003, had a budget of $150 million, and made $742 million. And when it was released, it broke the record for the highest R-rated movie at the time, beating out Terminator 2, which had that record before. But then 2016, that would be dethroned by Deadpool 1.
Oh.
So I know little facts I wanted to throw in there for you guys. And Revolution 2003 had a budget of 150 million and made 427 million dollars. Did I ever tell you the story? Because I was, again, this is that time where I was working at a movie theater, and obviously we get the movie posters to put in like the glass cases for the Matrix movies. Like I said, they never got a chance to go because we would all think.
Oh wow!
They were like in the manager like, what the fuck? Where are these goddamn posters? We're like, we don't know.
That's funny.
We don't know. Damn. Yeah, because I had Reloaded. Yeah, I wish I still had it. Because I bet you that would be worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original like theatrical movie poster. Yeah, damn, I wish I still had it.
What did you do with it? You threw it out?
Yeah, I did.
Damn.
I had a lot of movie posters, man. I had that, the remake of Dawn of the Dead, Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, 28 Days Later. You know where I'm going with this. Oh, a lot of horror. Yeah, shit. I don't think I had any comic book ones, believe it or not. No, I think it was mostly horror that I took. Because I don't think anybody else wanted the horror ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think everybody was getting like the popular shit, like Spider-Man and shit like that. So yeah, a lot of horror posters I had. Damn, I wish I still had those. But I had them for a while though, and they were kind of like fading and cracking. So that's probably why I got rid of them. I was just like, yeah, all right, these things don't look too good now. So, but yeah, I kind of wish I had that Matrix Reloaded poster. All right, moving on. I'm on 3, right? Number 3, I have Lord of the Rings trilogy. I have as number 3.
Oh, nice.
Like I said, Fellowship of the Rings, released in 2001, directed by Peter Jackson, had a budget of $94 million and it made $888 million. 13 Academy nominations, won Best Makeup, Best Visual Effects, and Best Score that year. What do you call it? Two Towers came out in 2002. Again, Peter Jackson directed. Budget of $94 million. Grossed $950 million. Return of the King, 2003. Budget of $94 million. Made $1 billion. $1 billion. What do you call it? Wait, before I go on, you've seen these, right?
Yeah. I saw. This is the reason why I didn't list it. I've only seen it once, and I was still like a kid, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So like I didn't really appreciate it as much, and I've always wanted to say that I wanted to go back to it, but
no, I mean, I think overall this is probably the best movie trilogy, if I'm being honest.
Really?
As far as quality, storytelling, visuals, direction, cinematography, music, all that into account, yeah, it's probably the best movie trilogy.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to watch it.
I mean, now that's all by the technical aspects of it. Now, that's why it's number 3 on my list. It's not number 1 because I favor other stories, characters, etc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as a whole, yeah, this is probably the greatest movie trilogy. And like I said, and people still compare it to today because they've made other Lord of the Rings stuff after this, but everybody says this is like the best thing, which I agree. Yeah, and then it's funny because Peter Jackson, he's done stuff after this, obviously, but this is gonna be his like legacy. Like this is the greatest thing he's ever done. Like I said, and it's sad. Well, it's not sad, but that's just the way it is. But he actually tried to get a Halo movie made that he wanted to direct, but for some reason, him and Microsoft couldn't come to terms. So that's what that is. Instead of the shitty Halo series that nobody likes, you could have had a movie directed by Peter Jackson. Would have been awesome. I think, in my opinion. But whatever. That's Microsoft making dumbass decisions. But so you just didn't put on yours because you didn't soak it in
as well.
Yeah, you didn't soak it in as well.
And I think it wouldn't be fair for me to just bring it up to bring it up and not really have any context to it.
No, these movies are awesome. Like I said, I mean, I'll be honest, because they are long. So I've never sat down and had like a Lord of the Rings marathon.
Yeah, I literally that's what I try to do. That's and it was during a summertime, and I try to watch it
straight through
all nighter. Yeah.
Oh no, this is not the movie to do those. These are not the movies to do that with. I mean, one day after,
I was like this, trying to finish it.
No, you could do one each day would be good, but try to do it in one day. Nah, man, that's not happening, man. Like I said, I've done the Star Wars.
Star Wars is easier.
Yeah. I've done the 6 in one day.
Yeah, you could do 6 in one day.
Yeah, I've done the 6 in one day. So that's easy. But this shit.
Now when you watch the 6, do you start with 1?
Yes, I start from the beginning. I start from 1.
Nice.
Yep, like I said, because actually, I think I did this with the ex of mine. She's never seen it. Obviously she's heard of Star Wars, but she's never like got into it. So I was like, no, we watching these. It's like we watching these. So we took a Saturday and just sat there, got up like 11 a.m., started episode 1, and just like went through all day, man, into the night.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was fun. Like I said, just watching those all back to back. Great shit. Okay, moving along. Number 2 on the list. I have the Dark Knight trilogy as my number 2. Yes. Dark Knight trilogy is my number 2. You're probably asking yourself why.
Yeah.
I said why, I mean,
I don't get it.
I know you don't get it.
I really want to know what's your number 1.
You really don't get it. I mean, I like these 3 movies. I do.
Do you?
Yeah. I like these 3 movies.
Doesn't sound like it.
Batman's my favorite comic book character.
Yeah, bullshit.
But number 1 has a special place in my heart. Just to put it that way. But nah, we've been through it. Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. Let's go. The Dark Knight actually 2008's highest grossing film at that time, and is to this day, as we record, this might change within the next year or two, the second highest grossing superhero movie behind Endgame.
Wow.
Endgame. So yeah.
Are you saying that because Deadpool?
Yeah. Deadpool. The Deadpool might,
Dethrone.
Yeah, Deadpool might dethrone it, man. Like I said, But yeah, did you know that though? That it was the second highest. Gross. Yeah. Behind Endgame, because Endgame was just like, an event. Let's be honest. It was awesome. But yeah, like I said, Dark Knight trilogy. Like I said, it's been a while since I watched it. When's the last time you watched these, or anyone?
I think I saw it last October.
Okay. I think some point this year I'm gonna go back and visit these. I don't know when though, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right, sir. So number 1. You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, so my number 1 trilogy, and it's like I said, it was a tough decision to make, but I went with this one because, like I said, it's special place in my heart. Going with the episode 4, 5, and 6 for me.
Okay.
4, 5, and 6 for me. Like I said, Star Wars, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. Where'd you go?
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, what else would it be? Let's be honest.
I was thinking, did I miss something?
What else would it be?
But I forgot you didn't mention that.
Yeah.
So now that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you?
I was like, what the fuck? What am I missing? Like, is it a horror movie? It has to be a horror movie.
Nah, man. No, the original Star Wars trilogy, man. Like I said, this, like I said, it transcends film, in my opinion. You know, what do you call it? So many people grew up with these 3 movies, and had such a major impact on them. You know, as adults now, excuse me, myself included, you know, it's a place for it in my heart. As stupid as that sounds.
No, I like I said, I think it would be higher on my list if I was like
around when that goes
closer.
in.
Yeah. No, I see where you're coming from with that.
You know, I mean, obviously, I didn't see the 1977 one in the theater or anything like that. You know, but still, getting to watch them when I was young had a profound impact on me, and just amazed me, you know, in so many ways, from the visual effects to the storytelling to the characters, the character development to the music. Oh my God. Listening to this shit was the first time I heard John Williams, you know, music, and recognized him as a musical composer, and it's like, oh my God. And then to find out he did all these other classic movie scores or stuff like that, you know, and having, you know, Luke be that person to go out and go on an adventure to save the fucking universe. You know, like I said, that hero's journey that so many movies, books, TV shows have used as their template. You know, I like that. You know, the guy from nothing going on this big ass adventure, man. To me, I like that. That fascinates me, and believe he makes makes it fun for me. You know, makes it fun for me. You know, and then having him be the one to pull Vader back to Anakin, to be Anakin Skywalker. You know, that's, you know, like I said, I think even George said it. Star Wars is about fathers and sons. You know, that's what it's about. It's about family, dads, sons, and the journey, you know, your son and the dad go on, you know, through those 6 films. And I can appreciate that, you know. And like I said, these movies will always have a special place in my heart. And as I told you before, when people ask me my favorite movies, I never say the original trilogy, because I put them in a separate category. Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi they're in a class all by itself, in my opinion, you know. And I guess I know people shit on the Ewoks and stuff like that, they weren't needed, but still, like I said, brushing that aside, what do you call it? We see Vader's arc come to an end.
Yeah,
so that's more important, in my opinion. So, yeah, OG trilogy, best in my opinion, and my favorite movie trilogy and film. So, what do you think of my list?
I like it. No, I agree. I like your list. It's different.
I surprised you with some of those.
Placement, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
you surprised me with Matrix, because I counted that as more than a trilogy, but you're right about the last one.
Yeah, nobody knows that movie's horrible. No, when people talk about the Matrix, they talk about those first 3 films, you know, and of course, I mean, I didn't even mention how it revolutionized
movies that we know today.
Movies as far as special effects goes, because how many other movies have you seen do bullet time after that movie came out?
Yeah.
You know,
It created a whole genre.
you know what you call it, and what do you call it, and it kind of reintroduced Keanu to like the mass. Because think about it, dude, he's had like 3 resurgences. Because he first blew up with Bill and Ted, and then what do you call it? Then he came back with The Matrix, and then he came back again with John Wick.
Yeah.
It is just like, bro, this guy keeps coming back and making an impact and making good shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, wow, bro. It's just like, damn, man. And then I'll probably say the Wick character is probably my favorite. What about you?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, is it? Even though I love, you know,
John
Neo.
Wick is just so badass.
Yeah, even though I like Neo, but like, no, Wick is just so cool, man. You know, yeah, I just love this character. Like I said, they can keep doing them for all I can do. As long as he wants to do it, they can keep doing it. But yeah, like that's something I wanted to bring up too. Like I said, the special effects from the Matrix and everything like that, you know, and then, like I said, and the Wachowski brothers, man, and I'm still gonna call them that, even though they're girls now. So I'm still gonna refer to them as Wachowski brothers. The Wachowski brothers, you know, like I said, they changed the game, man. As far as film goes, you know, with that one film, not even counting the other 2, just that first Matrix film, man, so iconic at this point, you know. Besides the copying of the bullet time, how many memes or parodies are made from that film?
Matrix,
from that film, you know. Like I said, it's a cultural film, you know. Like I said, it's stamped into the human consciousness, you know. And like I said, that's why I felt how the Goonies do. And like I said, and I like them, you know. And believe it or not, I like the second one the best, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I like number 2, Reloaded. I liked a lot, you know. What do you call it? Yeah. All right, what else did I say here? And then, well, like I said, we've talked about the Dark Knight probably more times than we can count. So, like I said, I'm not even gonna go any more with that. But then the Lord of the Rings too. That's another one where, man, so good, man, and epic. That's epic filmmaking, in my opinion. Talking about shit on a grand scale, you know, and just immersive. Because I really feel like I was in that world when I was watching those films. If that makes any sense.
No, that makes sense.
Like I said, I was totally involved in it and everything like that. And wait, what the fuck is that guy's name? Who played Frodo? Elijah Wood. Yes, Elijah Wood. Probably the best thing he'll ever do. I'm just being real with you, bro. Like I said, he's done some cool stuff after this, but like that's his Luke Skywalker. That's the thing he's gonna be known for. You know, for the rest of his life, man. And like I said, I don't know how he feels about it or anything like that, but yeah, he's Frodo. You know what I mean? That's his character. You know, and like I said, those movies. Oh my god, it's another trilogy I have too, like on Blu-ray. The Rings trilogy. You know, I love them. So okay. We have rambled on way too much. What do you call it? So. These are our top picks of our favorite movie trilogies. Let us know in the comments what's yours and what do you think of our picks, for sure. And on a personal note, I'm gonna thank you for coming in to my home today and recording this with me. Like I said, it's been, as we record this has been, past week has been my birthday, and I just took some time off from work and, you know, just taking it easy and kind of ending my time off with my friend here / co-host. And I can't think of a better way to end it. We're recording a podcast and talking about geeky shit that we love. So thank you for spending the time with me today, sir.
Anytime. It's always a pleasure.
And
especially with some refreshments.
Oh yeah, like I said, we just pounding these drinks. Look at some I'm not shutting out any labels because what do you call it? If you want to shout out on a label, then hit me up and then we can talk some business. So no labels or brands are getting sponsored here, like I said, unless you reach out. Anyway, we're gonna close it out. Like what you call it? I am Cinder. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram at Cinder666. I'm usually pretty active on there. Post updates about the show, cool geek news, and just basically cool shit I find on the internet. So get in touch with me over there. And of course, you can also hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think, what you like, dislike about the show, or any show suggestions as well. Throw it over to my co-host.
And I'm Jose. You can follow me on Instagram at JoseCE90. Yeah, let us know. What's your favorite trilogy? Did we miss any? Do you not agree with our placements? Let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely let us know. And as I shut this down, there should be a video recommendation on the bottom left. And then on the right is the sub channel button. And if you're listening to
Hit
this,
that button.
you should be subbed. You know, let's go. We talk about cool shit all the time. Cool shit in geek culture. You know, obviously that's our passion because we are geeks. Like I said, comics, horror, music, video games. You know, it's all here. We all talk about it, and we're passionate about it here on Cinder's Playground. So be a part of the community. Hit that sub button, and then I know I probably said this before in another video, but I'll say it one more time. Let's go. When I look at my analytics, what's good? Everybody, well, not everybody, but like 90% of you who watch my reels or my videos are not subscribed. So you would be doing us a huge favor if you subscribe to the channel. Like I said, it doesn't cost you nothing. It's free, and it'll make me feel a little bit better about what I'm doing here. So, like I said, consider subscribing to the channel here on Cinder's Playground. Other than that, thank you for listening, watching, and I am Cinder. He is Jose, and we will talk to you guys later.
Peace out.